Life can bring so much uncertainty, and sometimes that uncertainty feels like standing in a fog. You can't see what's ahead, but you can feel that something is calling you forward. My question is, how do you respond to uncertainty? Do you welcome it with open arms, like you're greeting the friend who shows up unannounced yet somehow always right on time? Do you stand at its edge, frozen, fearing what lays ahead because your mind can't label it yet as safe? Do you see it as empty darkness, a void that threatens to swallow what you know? Or do you see it as a world of unexplored opportunity, waiting for your footsteps to bring it to life? Because that difference, that subtle shift in how you perceive the unknown, determines not only how you experience life, but how you move through it, with or without trust, with or without faith in your own becoming. To trust is to surrender to the path that you already know is uniquely yours, to walk it not because you see where it ends, but because something inside of you knows that it is yours to walk, to do it with courage and grace rather than resistance and fear. I heard a quote once, it goes like, "Worry is a prayer towards the things that you don't want in life." And I think about that a lot, because when you start paying attention to what you pray for with your thoughts, you realize that you are quite literally in conversation with the universe all the time. Your focus, your attention, your energy, they're all casting votes for the reality that you're stepping into. Every thought is a seed, every emotion is water, every action is sunlight. So, what are you growing? When you really understand that, you understand that you are not just walking a path, you are also creating it. Step by step, word by word, choice by choice. You are in constant conversation with the universe, and how that conversation goes, well, that's up to you. So maybe the real question isn't, can I trust my path? Maybe it's, can I trust myself to walk it with integrity, with patience, with heart? Can you count on yourself to set goals and follow through, even when nobody is watching? Can you hold yourself when your emotions come crashing in waves, not to silence them, but to let them pass through you? Can you keep showing up for the things that light you up, even when your mind is whispering, what is the point of this? Can you still act on your purpose when there is no applause waiting for you on the other side? Trust in the path begins with trust in the one walking it. When I was younger, I saw trusting the journey as a purely spiritual thing, a divine arrangement between me and the universe. Me surrendering, the universe guiding. I believed in divine timing, in fate, the growth my spirit chose before I even arrived here. And I still do believe in that deeply, because that foundation, the awareness that something larger is holding me, that has shaped everything about the way that I live now. There's something truly sacred in remembering that we are all tiny reflections of something so vast and so intelligent, that each of us is both the ocean and the drop in it. It's really blissful to feel that, to know that every single chapter, no matter how chaotic or how crazy, is precisely what your evolution requires. One can find so much comfort and so much joy in that truth. But as I've grown, I've learned that there's another layer, one that turns your gaze from the heavens above to your own chest. How can I cultivate internal trust instead of outsourcing it to something above or beyond? Because yes, trusting Source, God, the Creator, Divine, whatever name suits the best for you, it takes strength, it takes humility, but trusting yourself as the extension of that Source, now that is the real initiation. You begin to see that the divine isn't just out there, it's in here. Your breath, your heartbeat, your instincts, all divine language. And when you finally recognize yourself as co-creator, not just a receiver of fate, but a conscious participant in this reality of how it unfolds, you shift. Everything in your energy shifts. You stop praying and praying and praying for better days and realize you are the prayer being answered. You start facilitating change instead of waiting for miracles to fall into your lap. You stop begging for light and begin to strike the match yourself. When you trust yourself to move through the storm, you stop fearing any weather. When you trust Source to always lead you towards expansion, you stop fighting what leaves your life. Your life becomes a sacred unfolding of you. Every up, every down, every moment of what the hell am I doing? It all belongs perfectly. Every season, even the confusing ones, are part of the puzzle. Your puzzle. And that trust, it's not a one-time thing. It's a relationship, a living, breathing bond between you and the divine, you and your own soul, you and the path that you walk. It's one that you do have to nurture every day, otherwise it might get buried by the noise of this world. So every day remind yourself, I trust myself deeply. Say it until your body knows it, until your nervous system relaxes into it, until even your breath becomes a quiet yes. Even if you don't fully feel it today, you will, so long as you keep going, as long as you keep showing up for you. Because trust can be built piece by piece, in small acts of devotion, in choosing consistency over perfection, in writing love letters to your future self, in forgiving your past self for not knowing what you know now, in prayer not as begging but as communion. Because ultimately, trusting your path isn't about knowing where it leads. It's about knowing who the fuck is walking it. And that person, that beautifully imperfect, endlessly evolving being, is you. It's you, my friend. So if you're ready to take this energy even further, to ground trust into your daily life, to stop waiting for clarity and start creating it, go to my website, lovefromtay.com. I've built that space, my digital universe of personal growth tools for you, as an extension of this message. There's tools, there's words, there's reminders, meditations, journals, and a course, all to keep you aligned to your highest self. With all that being said, it's time to turn insight into embodiment. So let's move together. The link is in my description, and I love you so much, endlessly, forever, okay? And I will see you in the next video. Mwah.